All right, here's the quick review. If you need a more detailed one, then go back to that other assignment where we found our horizon line and our vanishing point. So just for the sake of keeping this as short as possible, I'm going to move fairly quickly. So I'm going to insert a drawing. From there, I'm going to grab my photo, which is already uploaded onto my computer. It's this one. Drag it and drop it. Drag it, drop it, crop it. So to crop it, here's the crop tool. Click that. Grab the little black rectangles on the sides, pull them in pretty tight to the side of your head. You can leave a tiny bit of space, but not a lot. And the same thing at the bottom. Leave a little bit of neck and shoulders, but not a lot. And then also fairly close to your head. And there's your cropped picture. Grab it, make it larger, and let's start to divide things down. So to start with, you can see either my face is turned slightly to the side or my nose is crooked. And it's a little bit of both, quite honestly. So if I draw my line down the middle of my face, let's see, I'll start with the middle of my chin, try to go up through my teeth, between my eyes, to the top of my head. So there is my line of symmetry. And you can see how my nose is much more on this side of the line than it is on that side compared to the middle of my mouth and my teeth. So I'm going with my overall face, not my nose. Next, let's find out if my eyes are halfway down. So if I am drawing a line here, I'm going to make it 2 points just so it's a little bit thicker. I changed that first one, that's okay. My hair is slightly puffy on top, so I am leaving a little tiny bit of it sticking up above, but not much. Now I'm just going to copy and paste that line. So if you do Command C or right click C and then paste it twice. So I take these two lines and I move it down, one to the middle of the eyes, one down to the chin. Now how do I find out if my eyes are halfway down? Well, I figure that out by drawing another line. So I'm going to make it a different color. This line, I'm going to draw from here to here, and I'm going to copy and paste that one. If these two spaces are the same size, whoops, I should just be able to take this line and move it into that space. And check it out. So I guess that is pretty darn close. There's a tiny bit of space above there, tiny bit of space here. My eyes are in the middle of my head. Next, let's do the eyes down. Remember all the lines from the inside of your eye, your pupil, the outside of your eye. So I'm going to draw a line from the inside of my eye straight down, and that is the edge of my nose. Copy it, paste it, switch over to the select tool, and move it to the inside corner here. All right, so either my nose is really crooked or my face is slightly turned. I think the neck will be the answer to that question there. So if we look, you can see how part of my nose is sticking outside of the line there, whereas on this side it lines up really well. So if I'm drawing this, I want to make sure I am drawing it the way it is in the photograph, not the way I think it should be based on the proportions. This guy won't move over. There. Okay, so it's straight down, but my nose is still sticking out just a tiny little bit there. So now I'm going to take this line again. I'm going to copy it and paste it, bring it over to my pupil, and drag it straight down. And is that where my mouth comes out to? Yep, pretty close. Paste it again. I don't have to copy it because it's already copied. Paste it again and bring it down, and this should be my neck. Aha. So look at how much my neck is sticking out. I might have a slightly wider than normal neck, but I don't think it's that much. So let's see what happens on the other side. I'm going to copy this line because it's nice and long. Copy, paste. I'm going to bring it over to the outside corner here. Aha. So I am leaning just a little bit. I'm not going to retake the photograph. I'm just going to make sure that my drawing works with this photograph and that it's accurate. So there's a little bit of a negative space here and a little bit of extra neck here. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this one and bring that over, pupil down, and you can see that lines right up with the corner of my mouth. So as we are looking at this, you can see all those facial proportions are lining up. All right, so now let's check the opening of our mouth and nope, back up. Let's first find our thirds. So I'm going to switch to a different color. I'm going to draw a line from here. Actually, I'll go off the other side of my paper so you can see it better. I'm going to drag this over to this side, and I'm going to make it a warm color so it stands out more. Let's do this bright magenta, and let's make it 2 points just so you can see it. Now I'm going to copy it and paste it. Make sure I'm on that select tool. Bring it down to about my eyebrows. And let's draw a little line from here to here. Let's take that one, select tool, copy it, and paste it twice. So that is a third. That is a third. Copy it and paste it and paste it. And so now that should be the bottom of my nose where those lines meet. And this one should be the bottom of my chin. Check it out, folks. There it is. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And there's my chin, there's my nose, there's my eyebrows, there's my forehead. So all my proportions are fairly accurate with those generic ones that I gave you. And the last thing down here will be the mouth. So the mouth opening should be 1/3 down from the nose to where it opens, and the bottom lip should be halfway down. So if I'm going to draw a line from here to my bottom lip, and what color should I make it? Let's make it this red color, and let's make it 3 points just so it's really obvious. Select tool, copy, paste. Okay, so it's sticking out just a little bit, probably because I'm smiling. My bottom lip moved down just a tiny bit, so that would make sense. Let's try doing the thirds. So from the bottom of my nose to where my mouth opens, so not the bottom of the opening, but more like even with this crease. So where my mouth opens, so just kind of in the middle of that tooth. If I take this select tool just a tiny bit longer, copy it, paste it, paste it. Two-thirds, three-thirds. So mouth opening, maybe I needed to make this line just a smidge longer. But you can see how it's fairly close, fairly accurate, much more so than just drawing random proportions. Okay, so if I say that halfway between here and here, halfway between the nose and chin, I'm drawing a line. My mouth is above that halfway point. If you find these helpful, keep them. If you find them distracting, delete them. Playing around with that. And then the last one I want you to check is the 5 eyes wide. Oh, please also notice my ears do fall between my eyebrows and my nose, maybe slightly higher than my nose. But let's check out those 5 eyes wide. So I need a new color once again. So, hello. Okay, so going from the inner corner to the outer corner of my eye, let's make this lime green and thick enough to see it. Switch to the select tool, copy it, paste. 3, 4, 5. 5 eyes wide. Let's check it out. Okay, 1, 2. There should be 1 eye space in between here. 3. Slightly big. My line might be slightly long. So let's shrink this one down just a smidge. And there we go. So approximately 5 eyes wide. Again, my head's turned a little bit. My line might be slightly past the corner of my eye, so maybe my green line was a tiny bit too long. But take your photograph, go ahead and map it out like this. Show me those proportions, change colors, but I want to see here what you already practiced drawing this week. All right, I can't wait to see your awesome faces with lines all over them. Click save and turn it into me just like that. So I'll see half and half and thirds from your forehead down, and then all of these crying lines. Show them all to me. Bye, guys.